Are we live yet? Henry McClure live. I'm in the Glass Houses studio, which is part of the Ryan Mowinkle empire of commercial real estate. I'm here to pay tribute to Trudy Young. I met Trudy when I had moved out to California and worked out of the Lakewood Mall. And Trudy was she was absolutely the best secretary. And they might have called her the lease administrator for the office. But this woman was amazing. And I loved her so much because she understood me. She understood what made me tick. And we could almost communicate telepathically. But I could write a few notes down and I'd get back like an eloquent letter, a nice memo. And she was amazing. But, she always sometimes, seemed grumpy or grouchy. But I mean, it never showed in her work. But, because when I was working for Macerich, and especially at Lakewood Mall, it was a whole different life. Let me tell you something. I would fly to Reno to get a haircut. So I lived in the pepper mill up there, and then I rented a room from Charlie Moe. It was great the night Ralph Summers, we got snowed in Reno, and Ralph goes, "Hey, where do you pay yourself?" And I said, "Well, Lakewood." And he goes, "No, he moved it over to where I got paid out of Park Lane Mall." And so, sometimes that jet set lifestyle looks good or better than maybe the deal you got. But I'll tell you, as time marched on, and I'm so glad Kelly Hall is with us, because Kelly really helped me up in Ventura. And my whole career working for the Macerich Company, I've never had somebody as qualified or just technically articulate, understanding me with broken sentences and hieroglyphic handwriting. And she was just the best. But what was even more fun was Trudy later on went to work for a mall developer, and then she got into leasing. And we stayed in touch, from time to time. And it was really cool because, remember that grouchy resentment shit I was talking about a minute ago? Well, she told me, you made it look so easy, but once she got into leasing, like Dana says, Confucius say, easy for a man who doesn't have to do. But to my Macerich friends, Thomas Henry Murrin sent out a note to me, and I really, really cared for Trudy with my whole heart and soul. And I, over time, a few distractions in my life. But I think we were connected on LinkedIn, and Trudy, rest in peace. I just want you to know I love you and I care for you. And hey, go look up Mace. He's at the great horse track in the sky. And you will you'll always have a place in my heart. I honestly was talking about her just the other day. I've got a friend that I work with, and I'm working on some projects together, a fellow named Tyler Weibel. And I tell him always about Mace and Dana and Art and Eddie and Keith and Dane. And if I was going to explain, this is to my Mace Rich boys, he's a cross between Henry Nathan Sims, because he's a general contractor, but I think he's as smart as Dane Smith. And I think Dane, as far as the leasing guys go, I don't think there was anybody smarter than him except Mace and Dana. But Dane would Dane would he'd make you feel stupid. If you didn't say yes to his deal, I mean, he would paint you into a corner, and like you had to do the deal. Me, I got lucky by knocking on a lot of doors. That was that's what I did well. Oh, and also too, I think it's public knowledge, our friend, my brother, Mark Klein, retired. He said he was going to send out notes. He worked there a long time. I'll never forget when it was between Boulder and Chattanooga. Mark was over at the house, and Mark had it made because in the beginning he went down to Dallas and was working on the strip centers. And when you're doing that, you're really reporting directly to Mace. But again, back to Trudy. God rest your soul. Peace be with you. Trudy, you'll be missed and loved.